Hello and what is going on, guys, the boss here, and welcome to a brand new video here on my channel where we're gonna hop again into the sudden death arena, but this time for the first time with my second account, and I'm gonna show you my strategy with which I was able to claim in 2 days ago the first place, and now I was able to claim the first place again, and I'm gonna show you the gameplay from that fight basically right now, and I'm gonna comment on it in this video. But first of all, let me show you my loadout which I was using, and the loadout I used basically is the same, exactly the same one I've been using before in all of the other videos. I'm using the cannon, snowball, mortar, grunts, honey gun, dragon cannon, and our hero. And yeah, that's basically all I gotta say to this. You can see I'm in a different room because I'm spending my holidays in Germany. I'm visiting my parents, and this is my room I was living in for 18 years, and I think we're set and ready to go into the battle after we've claimed here the previous first place chest where I was able to get 270 kills. But in this video actually we're gonna exceed that score, and I'm gonna show you in a second how that's gonna work out. So I think we're ready to go into the battle, and there we go. So we're gonna wait until the timer is running down. Actually, we're not, we're just skipping that by clicking on the dragon cannon, and now the battle starts. So overall the strategy in sudden death here is to build a maze again, but we're gonna focus more on building mortars. We're not gonna waste any sky shard any gears on building cannons. And therefore we're gonna, you're gonna see it in a second how that's gonna look like, and I think we can skip ahead for now and see how that's gonna look in approximately 50 kills more. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so here we can already see some progress, and you can see how I'm building the maze. So I'm not extending the path that much of the approaching troops. I'm more focusing on building mortars. You can see I'm having already 5 of them down, and I'm gonna continue with that. So we're having 3 lanes of mortars, and we're gonna use again the honey guns, of course, to slow down the approaching troops. And yeah, basically our goal is to get as much fighting power down or defensive power down as possible, as we have low level towers. Like I said before, level 4 mortars is not that high, and if you're gonna copy that, I'm sure you're also gonna be able to reach the first place. But I need to mention one thing on what your success depends, and that also counts in luck basically, because you need those grunt waves, as those are basically helping you to make more kills, get more sky shards, and therefore you can build a better defense. And you can already see here in the beginning the pirate lasses are pretty strong, so we always need to be careful and have our snowball ready, our grunts ready to respond to them in the appropriate manner. Alright, so I think we can skip ahead again, and then I'm gonna lose some words on how I was building the other path. So overall you can see there are a lot of similarities to the other 2 videos I've done before, and it appears to me that those are very effective ways, and if you play around with it a little bit more, then it also, maybe there is a different strategy which works out as well, quite well basically. And maybe it works out even better. So I don't know, it's like I'm sitting down, I'm just building some towers, and maybe some strategies work out, then I'm gonna try to fine-tune them a little bit, and then I upload them. But this doesn't mean that this is the only way. So if you can always find a different way to also have a good strategy, but this is just a suggestion. I was really good with this, or this layout works really good in sudden death. And yeah, so I wanted to skip ahead, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, as you can see, we've completed here already the 3 lanes of mortars, and now we're gonna build up there the exit basically, where we gonna be able to, where it's possible for us to change the maze for the approaching troops. And that's gonna be really important. The battle is going to be on fire in the last rounds, and we're gonna see that in a couple of minutes, I guess. And you can really see, if I wouldn't have had this this ending, then I would have lost already way earlier. And at the moment, I think our defense is down. We just need to upgrade them a little bit more and place some more honey guns to help to stop the approaching troops. And after 160 kills, things are already quite intense. You can see that already here. The private glasses don't take a lot of damage, although we have so many mortars down, and therefore, yeah, getting above 200 kills is already quite a challenge with a level 4 mortar. And we actually made it a lot further, and yeah, I'm super proud of this strategy that it worked out like that. But of course, you needed to have a lot of tries to get that far. For example, I had 5 tries before that, so that's why I'm commenting on it. Simply because I would have freaked out if I would have had 5 tries. I always tried to live comment on it, and then I would have lost. So that's why I decided on just recording the gameplay and then talk with you all over it again, talk about my ideas and give you some more hints. And here you can see we need to change the path again of the incoming troops, because they're already super strong, and we always need to have our snowball ready. We have used already almost up half of our dragon cannon, and at this point we also started to upgrade here the mortars, I guess. Before we place some more honey guns, because you could already see the defensive power of the mortars is not sufficient anymore, so we just need to upgrade our towers. But other than that, I think everything went quite fine here. I got a little bit lucky here already that I got a couple of grunt waves coming in, but yeah, that's all I gotta say to this part, I guess. We can skip ahead, and I think then I'm gonna show you later on the 5 minutes which were absolutely insane. I rarely see such insane battles here in Survival Arena, and they were just crazy. And let's skip ahead and see what the next highlight is going to be. We are actually still in the same battle against the mini bosses, and you could see I had to replace there or sell the honey gun because I haven't had enough sky shards to stop them. And this is another trick: if you feel like you don't have enough gears and still there are a lot of troops on the battlefield, you need to focus on, or you just need to sell some other stuff in order to proceed further. I mean, this gives you the chance to make a lot more kills, and here I got lucky again. I got the grunts coming in, and of course against the grunts I don't need to use the dragon cannon at all, or I just used it here a little bit to prepare myself for the next wave. And you can always use the gears to upgrade your cannon, and here again another grunt wave. And this really helps a lot to proceed faster. You can see we are only 40 kills away from the first place when I recorded this gameplay. And with this grunt wave going down, we're only 20 kills away from it. We're still having some of the dragon cannon left. And yeah, that's why I always say, hope for the grunt waves. They're the best thing which can happen to you. And I think the next wave is again a grunt wave, so I got extremely lucky here in this gameplay. But I need to mention my previous battle where I also got the first place. I made 275 kills, and there I haven't had that many grunts coming in. So this strategy actually works out as well without that many grunt waves. But you of course need them as well, since they just give you so much value. And yeah, I think afterwards there is coming one more grunt wave actually, so 3 grunt waves in a row, which is the best thing which can happen. Yeah, there another grunt waves come, and therefore I could upgrade here my mortars already on a pretty high level. They're almost all on level 2, and afterwards there is gonna be the boss wave coming in. And against the boss waves I'm always, from this point onwards, I always needed to change the mace, send them back to deal with those guys, because they're so strong, and even all of those mortars don't stand a chance. I definitely need to have that mortar on level 5. But I think we can skip that point to wave 26 and see what's gonna happen right there. Alright, exactly after 2 minutes I finally was able to take out the last mini boss, and now this is the wave which almost broke my neck. But it's a really important wave where it started to get pretty intense, and I can give you a huge tip here in a second once we proceeded here with this wave. So after wave 26 the waves are incredibly strong. You can see that the heavy soldiers lost approximately one half of their health at the moment, just a few of them, and others are still on full health. So this battle was completely insane. I had to sell again my honey gun, and in a second you're gonna see a huge mistake which I did, which almost did cost me my victory. At the moment I'm already at the first place, I guess. The first place had 244 kills, so I could have quit here, but I didn't do that simply because and there we go. Did you see that heavy soldier? That heavy soldier got through, and there in the last second I could place my grunts to stop this guy. So like I said, I already was the first place, but I thought, okay, I want to have more. But how are you gonna do that? No mortars are gonna reach that. Heavy soldier anti-cannons don't do any damage anymore. So what I did was, or what I'm gonna do in a second, is sell off those mortars in order to build some new ones. But I had to sacrifice their huge amount of gears, and therefore, yeah, I had a gap right there at the moment, and it turned out to be pretty close. Since you can see I don't have any dragon cannon left, I couldn't accelerate the spawning of the grunts and couldn't accelerate the snowballs, so I had to use all my resources, focus them on that one heavy soldier. But I have a huge gap there now in the middle, and I assumed that afterwards this would be the end of the battle. So once this heavy soldier is gonna go down, we're gonna see a huge surprise, and this is again a grunt wave. So I had to close that gap, but as you can see I lost almost half of my defense there just to kill a heavy soldier there at the bottom. And this is where the battle becomes on fire. It's turning out super insane. I'm at the moment at 272 kills, and there are still a couple of waves ahead. Fortunately, the next boss wave is gonna come in 3 waves. So if there would be a boss wave coming in earlier, I couldn't have dealt with those guys. But at the moment here with the grunts, I could send them easily back. The snowball is ready in a second, and therefore I could take out this wave, yeah, quite easily. I'm placing here some more grunts already in advance, so that I'm having already a small army at the bottom. And now, yeah, and we're gonna deal again with this grunt wave. Almost all grunts are down, and we are able to place another group of our defensive grunts. So that's basically how I got to 290 kills, and there is another grunt wave coming in. Completely absurd is that I got so many grunt waves here. And this means we're probably gonna make it above 300 kills here for the first time on my League 2 account. And this is actually also the first time I got on the first place with this strategy. So if you want to try it out, I can only recommend it because it's so effective. And after a couple of tries, I can guarantee that you're gonna make it on the 5th place if you're doing it in the exact same way as I did. The only thing that can stop you is if there are no grunts wave coming in. Like I said, it only depends on luck sometimes that you're gonna make it that far, but on the other hand, it's worth it. You get those amazing chests, and at the moment we're having those other grunts speeding up. We barely could take them out, but as we could place here another group of grunts, we're gonna be able to take those guys out as well. But the next wave, I can guarantee you that, is a heavy soldier wave, and you could already see with full defense, basically, when I had to sell all of those towers, I couldn't deal with those heavy soldiers properly. So this is going to be the end of the video. But what I can always recommend is that you try always to go further. So even though I had to sell all of my defense, it turned out that only grunt waves were approaching afterwards. And if I would have stopped there, I never would have made it above 300 kills. And therefore, always fight to the last second to get some more kills, and that's gonna help you also to get better scores in the leaderboards, because you never know which wave is coming afterwards. And yeah, so at the moment I don't have any gears left, no grunts, nothing, and that's gonna be the end of this battle. Alright, so that's basically my strategy. Again, you could see it was quite similar to all the other strategies, but with yeah, some fine-tuning was going on, and I hope you enjoyed it and that you're gonna reach also a high place with this one. I almost forgot one thing, guys. We obviously need to claim our reward now, because obviously we came so far, and now I'm gonna prove to you that I actually won the first place twice in a row. And here you can see the one I won right now, just a minute ago. And here you can see I've won here sudden death twice in a row. And let's go ahead and claim this reward to end this video. So 312 kills gives us a reward of 250 sky shots plus another first place reward chest. And now have a look at this, 2 reward chests right next to each other. And yeah, that looks beautiful, that's how it should be, and that's gonna end the video. So have a great day, have good luck winning the first place here in sudden death. Peace out.